What is good, Jared Paul Nation? That's the one and only Jared Paul. And yes, it's your boy. And we are back with pretty much with just a little video. This is a little bit of a football video, bro. I'm talking about quarterbacks that I went ahead and I played with other leagues besides AFL. So if you guys are in AFL watching this, I'm sorry. Like, in order for you to count, is that okay? That was a little bit weird. But for order for you to go ahead and count for this, you had to. I've had to have met you before. I had to met you before you're in AFL, or pretty much met you if you're not in AFL. Like I met you like in a side league, like I am in. So now, without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about these. Now, each of these guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and name one example. So instead of me going ahead and going too crazy, we're going ahead and taking this like it's kind of like the All Pro. We're gonna be taking it like it's gonna be announcing the college football awards. Now, AFL guys, yeah, you don't think that you guys can go ahead. I think you guys can go ahead and get on the list. I'm sorry, but your boy here has to go ahead and mix it up. I mean, am I right? Now, here we are. For our quarterback, we're going to have Ethano Sleep. Now, Ethanos and I, we pretty much met in WFL. He's an AFL server now. I left the WFL thing because I thought, maybe because that's usually because that league's kind of noob made. But when I was in that league, man, I was actually going ahead. We were pretty much one of the best in the league. And we probably would have won the championship if refereeing wasn't so stupid. Lord and sorry, if you're actually watching this video, I'm gonna actually go ahead and say screw you. It's freedom of speech, so I can go ahead and say it. So get good, noob. I should say get some drip, noob. But as I was saying, Ethan was pretty much had to decide a good QB. I mean, I didn't really play that much on offense, to be honest with you, but the times I did, I mainly came on making those short check down plays. Like, I pretty much was kind of like play a little role as like his receiving back. Usually receiving back are supposed to be good at catching, but in FBU, I suck. But in overall, I suck at catching in Roblox video games. So, like in real life, I used to suck at catching. So, in a while, I'll have to go ahead and get used to it. I mean, don't get me wrong. My first catch in football universe was a touchdown. So, I was in the career mode. So if you know what I mean. So either way, he takes my spot. So he go ahead and takes a spot here. And when we talk now, here's we are at running back. Red. We're gonna go ahead and calling out one of my Roblox friends. Since me and him have become. Me and him have just been inseparable, dude. Have an inseparable offense to talk about in particular. I'm talking Red Panda Bees 191. Me and him, we met in career mode. Like for him, I was a bounce wide receiver, but I played more like a speed running back. Like I was just making those quick. Like I'm like more of those speed things. So we pretty much had a little plan. And our plan was this. he was the power back, and he was gonna go ahead and make those things. I was gonna be Mr. Speed. So me and him, well, he's pretty much the power and the muscle. I pretty much used to flow into agility like I always do. Yes, I've actually used trucked sometimes, but that's like in regular mode. I mean, yeah. So don't at me. So either way, Hannah and I, we haven't really. I'm planning to go ahead and see if he goes ahead and he actually goes and plays the career mode thing. I gotta go ahead and hop into the server. Just go ahead and do old time's sake. Power and speed. Gotta love it. Now for center of the year, I couldn't really find. Like probably the ones I played. Like this one, was a tricky one. But overall, I'm gonna go with 7. I'm gonna go ahead and go with 748 from the Blocks Arena Football League. I mean, we haven't actually we played a game with each other on our team, but we actually never. But we usually go ahead and go against each other most of the time. But so pretty much for him, he's probably one of the best. He's probably hands down one of the best deep press guys I've gone up against. It's probably giving me a hard time. I mean, a hard time to the point that, honestly, I don't even know how I went ahead and just... I pretty much went ahead and still going. But, literally, the times we go up against each other, him playing defensive end while I'm playing center, I have to go ahead and just use those quick speed blocks. For me, I'm a guy you guys know me, I'm more of an agile guy. I don't power rush, usually. I only power when I have to. I have a tiny space, and I know that they're in the hit stick guys pretty much right up, long, he was already blocked. I know, and there's one guy gonna go ahead and stop me. Yes, I'll use truck, but that's the only time I'll go. That's usually the times I go use truck, or when I'm actually know I'm in trouble that I have to go ahead and just make that quick escape. Now, for our next one, wide receiver, the best wide receiver I've played with, I'm gonna go with Unknown Light 11. I mean, he's in AFL, but we like Ethanos, we both met in WFL, and he was pretty much on my team. And the man was a moss, bro. Overall, it was pretty much, he could go ahead and moss guys. I mean, if him and overall, I'm just gonna go and say this and imagine if Mossy easily, who I've tried to go ahead and get into contact terms with, was pretty much still playing the game, was playing Football Universe. I don't know where he plays, but I know he's with Cobbler's Interactive, so I can go ahead and hang out with the dude if I wanted to. So either way, Unknown Light, he was good, very good at catching. It was a great afterburn on the catch. I mean, I would give Moss a nod, but I haven't been able to. But those days were months ago. So Prime expired, bro. Prime expired. All right, so our next one is tight end. I'm gonna go ahead and say Etso 12. Etso 12 actually is an AFL, but believe it or not, I actually met him in the Blocks Arena Football League. In fact, he was. I mean, I played. I mean, I played on. I played with him a couple of times. I played against him a couple of times. Overall, the man has pretty much has a fault. He's pretty much the tight end of the year. A one-time tight end of the year in the AFL. I mean, he's a retired dude now. He's a Boxing Bowl champion, and he's in the Hall of Fame. I'm not planning to go ahead and retire unless I go ahead and get my and like I have to go ahead and get like looking at like they did something like they said something about Hall of Fame requirements having to be like overall. Overall, he's probably one of the best 10 I pretty much he's ever worked with. I mean, the man's retired now, but me and him are still keeping good touch. Because your boy here, him, he's pretty much one of my co-hosts on my show Bounce Comparisons in AFL. So there's a slight happy ever after to that. So, well, that's it. That's pretty much it. Alright. Actually, there's actually more. Now, the best linebacker, the best defensive lineman I've actually worked with, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Vicus from the AFL. He has been. For him, he's pretty much a born troublemaker. This man was a troublemaker, man. Like literally, he pretty much, he was probably, when I started pretty much the week, pretty much my season, for season 7, yeah, I had to go ahead and sub a game for the Georgia Force, so I went ahead and subbed the game for that, and that game I got a sack and a pick, so and 3 tackles, but I made some good tackles, but for pretty much my season 7 shock teammate, he was pretty much that guy that helped forces guys to go ahead and make them plays. Cause he literally forced the Liberty quarterback to go ahead and run right into my trap. I went ahead and got him. I went ahead and got a juicy sack. It was just so juicy, man. So we're going ahead. And we're literally, this is probably one of the best parts. Now, here's our next one. My next guy I've worked with, I have my linebacker pick. I'm actually gonna go ahead and go with it. I'm gonna go with Saucy here. I mean, the dude's a dual threat quarterback, but he is gone ahead and manhandle his defense. I went ahead and was a 7 player to help his team out against the Wranglers. He was good at calling out what plays to go ahead and tell me to do. So he had me going ahead and playing corner. I knew I was better off blitzing. But being corner actually was pretty much was a win though, as I did go ahead and I got my only interception of the year. So the overall, I've gone and went ahead and I've pretty much have helped. I've pretty much helped when pretty much is due. So like when subs were allowed, I'll go help you guys out. Overall, that's a bit. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that's a big one. Now let's go move on to my next guy. Now our defensive back of the year will go. My defensive back guy will go to Cardi Reborn. Man, Cardi, I love Cardi because this man can go ahead and moss you guys. Like this man is just. Yeah, the man's brash, but like, when he's brash, he actually goes ahead and backs up his shit, you know. So, in fact, he's made so many good plays. In fact, one of the plays I've actually went ahead and I've captured on my channel. Well, I went ahead, like I said, I pretty much went ahead and I've gotten the play. So, there it is. The Rangers are stuck nearby, which is one of my favorite games I like to rewatch. Like, one of my favorite finals I like to recap. That pretty much got me to steal my first ring. Also, on the video quality, I went ahead and had to record this computer on the thing. But like I said, Etzo went ahead and he played QB on this one, but this one was just how you end the game. That's not how you start the game, it's how you end the game is what matters, is what they'll say. This is what happened for us. Etzo 12 looking to receive the final snap of the game. Here's your ball game, folks. As this looks to be the play. Etzo. End zone. Picked off. It is intercepted by Cardi Reborn. We don't talk about me humming. That never happened. That never happened. That never happened, guys. I mean, that never happened. Alright, let's just go. Either that was really weird. Now, talking about like the best assistant coach I've worked with. Probably Dev Martinez, because his attitude was pretty much one that pretty much had me take him seriously. This is actually that's AFL. Sorry, whoops. I accidentally went ahead and put AFL thing. Whoopsie doo. Actually, I am gonna go ahead and go with Slay here. I mean, from AFL. I mean, he's a great assistant coach. I really appreciate how he can play. I can pretty much go ahead. The dude's a great guy. I haven't like really gone ahead and just not my head, but the man was pretty much great guy to work with. He had a good mentality. It's just when you know it was game, he remind you when it's game day. And trust me, I keep that I yield that to this day. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and look at talking about the best head coach I've worked with. Whew. Best head coach I've actually went ahead and I've worked with. I've actually gone ahead and actually, I'm thinking. I brain farted because. Okay, I remember. It's Hollywood Heart. And he's also going to be going ahead beyond here as like the best MVP I've worked with as well. I mean, the man was pretty much had an environment worked up. This man pretty much taught me about sticking to the team that you be on. It's like for him, he won 2 Super Bowls as he took or Bloxy Bowls in this case as a member of the Vulcan Shock. I won 1. But I know you gotta go ahead and stand down, stand firm, and be by the team that you pretty much are. I mean, literally, I first thought in New Orleans, Richmond was bad. So you have to go ahead and kind of go ahead and kind of like what they do. But either way, he's probably like he pretty much is a good example. I mean, there's a lot of blocks here in the Football League Hall of Famers I've actually worked with, and they taught me so much that I gotta go ahead, lock down, and grind. In fact, you guys know the saying I go by on my channel when I'm grinding, and that is, all I know is grind. But you have to go ahead and go crazy on that. Well, yes, that's gonna go ahead and end our video. If you guys go right ahead and enjoyed these videos, be sure to leave that like in the comment down below. I'm gonna go ahead and release my own thing like AFL edition and the ones overall soon. Expect some audiobooks to come out. You already know what to expect. It's been your boy The Pool. See y'all next time. Saddle up. Peace out. And be cool. Peace.